A friend of mine, Brian Posehn, has a friend who has a tattoo of Mr. Spock. And Mr. Spock is thinking, you know, with thought bubbles, and he's daydreaming about himself with a mustache.
Brian Posehn has that on his stomach?
No, he has a friend who has it.
Yes, guys, it's so good to have you in Australia, and I really, really love the film. And I wanted to talk. You guys have got such a good chemistry, especially seeing you guys together last night at the premiere. Did you ever get to work together when you were voicing the characters, or was it kind of in a vacuum? Did you get to...
We always worked together, right?
We did. What, am I boring you?
No, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, Los Angeles time. Yeah, we always worked together. In fact, that was one of the big prerequisites for me wanting to do the movie, was when I spoke to Rich Moore, the director. We said, there's so many talented, funny improvisers like Jack McBrayer and Jane Lynch and Sarah Silverman.
Oh, you son of a gun.
That why not have us in the same room at the same time so that we can come up with stuff and come up with, you know, stuff that's not on the page. And it worked in our favor, I have to say.
Yeah, it was so good. I can't imagine it any other way. I mean, there's just those little nuancy moments that you couldn't get if we were just each alone in a booth.
So you got to work all together, all four of you? Jack McBride too, and Jane Lynch?
I think you were the constant for everybody. I only worked with John because all my scenes were with John.
Yeah.
I had one-on-one scenes usually with people.
Okay, great.
But yeah, one-on-one with Jack and Sarah and Jane.
So you guys
King
are...
Candy.
Alan Tudyk.
Yes, Alan Tudyk, yeah. So you guys are now the Disney mascots, the new big push for Disney Animation Studios to come back. Did you ever think, could you ever imagine that you guys are up there with, you know, Mufasa and Simba and, you know, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, that's you guys now? Is that a weird kind of legacy that you guys have got now?
I don't know. We've had a very good opening. The movie, we're very proud of it. We think it's really good. We'll see if it stands the test of time.
Yeah.
Like a Mufasa or a Dumbo.
Yeah.
But I hope so, because we put a lot of heart into these characters and we put a lot of individual attention and care into them. You know, you think of Disney as this giant corporation that just churns out product, but behind the walls of that place are all these amazingly creative, thoughtful, you know,
people?
Heartfelt people. Yeah.
No, it is.
In addition to all the robots that control the people, but
it does. It takes a village, and it seems like I think the movie has so much heart because one, they take a couple years, they take the time they need to make it this really quality, layered, you know, thing. But also, like, everyone who works in every different department is invested in making something great, you know?
Yeah. Did you guys get to see how your characters were evolving through the whole process? Because I can imagine that initially they just bring you a piece of paper and say, Sarah, this is you. And then John, this is you. Do you guys get to see them build and work in that world?
I mean, I started meeting with them, you know, a couple years back now.
Yeah.
And I'd go to the studios where all the animators worked, and there were all these drawings of different crazy ideas. They would just draw inspiration from whatever struck them, and my character was transformed from like this orange-skinned, one-horned monster into... And I had all these different things, different versions of the character, and eventually I actually said to the director, like, Rich, I need to know what life form the character is in order to start recording the voice. But by then it had settled into this big hunk of a man.
Yeah, he's kind of like Lil Abner-ish.
Yeah, he's like a country bumpkin.
He's like Donkey Kong, but man version.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Like a shaved Donkey Kong gorilla. Yeah.
And can I ask you both, you've both done some pretty serious films this year. What do you both get a kick out of most? Is it something like yourself, John, doing, you know, your Carnages, or your We Need to Talk About Kevin, or Sarah, is it Take This Waltz, or do you get more fun out of these experiences because they're like a broader thing?
Well, I like the pace of making an animated movie. There's a lot less pressure from day to day. You can experiment a lot and really thoroughly investigate the character and just try almost anything.
Yeah.
And there's a lot more pressure on a film set, but I don't know. My favorite roles are the ones that they offer to me. So.
Those
Yeah.
tend to be my favorite too.
Yeah?
I love all the different things, like just being able to do work in so many different mediums is so satiating. Like I wouldn't want to have to pick one. That's always a question. If you had to pick one, I was like, I don't have to pick one. That's the great thing about it.
All right, well, I've been wrapped up, guys, but thank you so much. I love the flick, and good luck with your little semi-world tour. And yeah, great to see you in Sydney.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.